Ladies and gentlemen, this is Mo Cheesemo. I am on the track for the first WFTDA sanctioned bout of RollerCon 2014. On the track right now, we have the Denver Roller Dolls versus the Detroit Derby Girls. Both of these teams with a long storied history. Denver currently ranked number 9 in the WFTDA official standings. Detroit ranked at 44. Do not let that differential fool you. Both of these teams have a long history, and I would say either one of them stands a good chance of winning this bout. Either way, you're going to see some bone-crushing action. Both of these teams known for very hard hits, very strong defenses. Personally, I can't wait to see it. We'll see you on the track.
All right, we're ready to get this one started between the Denver Roller Girls and Detroit Derby Girls. Denver grabbing lead jammer with Busick, taking the star and the lead jam. Making her way into turn 4, she picks up points, calls off the jam. 4 points on the board for Denver.
And I see Feta Sleaze out there on the line for the Detroit Derby Girls.
Pushing hard into turn 1. And we've got number 36, DeZellum, wearing the star for Denver, and she's your lead jammer.
Murder City Mistress headed off to the notorious RED penalty box. First penalty for Detroit.
Both jammers have cleared the pack on the initial pass. DeZellum with 1 to beat at the front as we go into turn 1. Makes a move to the inside and picks up 4 points for Denver Mile High Club.
Feta gutting up back up into the pack, works your way around the outside. Picks up 4 points for the Detroit team.
DeZellum checking with the bench, calls off the jam. Bill Rev, what do you got?
All right, we're going to thank the money versus Rydell Skates, defining the concept of fit for over 65 years.
Four points for Detroit, 11 for Denver, 27-45 in this first period.
Meryl Slaughterberg out there for the Detroit game.
That Detroit wall holding strong as they go into turn 1. And that is Wilhelm for Denver, wearing the star. Work on the last line of defense as we go into turn 2.
Slaughterberg still trying to get her way through the back of the pack behind the Denver team.
Wilhelm lead jammer and recycled. And she picks up the cutting of the track, which means Detroit Derby Girls are going on a power jam.
That means we have lead jammer still open. Slaughterberg trying to get through. Now we are not going to have leads. That means we're going to have a full 2 minutes. Slaughterberg still trying to get through that pack. Gets through the pack, but hits the ground. Denver doing a great job recycling, get right back up in front of her, blocking her up. Racer to Chaser trying to give her a little help, trying to make her a hole. Slaughterberg just not able to find a hole in that great Denver defense.
3 wall for Denver in turn 1. Anchored by number 99, that's Akers putting the hit on. And Wilhelm back after it. She's out against the last line of defense. She's by 4-5. And finding an opening on the inside, Wilhelm picking up another 5 points to end out the jam, Il Rev.
Yes, thank you. Roller Derby Elite Series skates. Involved in roller derby since 1936. Yeah, that's pretty much the beginning.
Detroit at 4, Denver at 21, 25-13 remaining in the period.
Denver Jammer jumping out front quick, gets right around, picks up lead, Jammer.
And that is Adams wearing the star for the Mile High Club. She's your lead going into turn 2.
Off the hook for Detroit, just cannot get through that pack.
Adams is one to beat. She's by. That's 5 points for the Mile High Club. Off the hook, trying to find some space in that ferocious 4-wall for Denver. 5 more points for 19 Adams.
And looking for a hole in the pack, trying to work her way through, being held up at the pivot line.
The Sin City Skates pivot line, one of our favorite, Il Rev.
Yeah, we want to thank Rude Chicks. Awesome roller derby apparel for the whole family. Hey, you can check out Rude Chicks tonight. And I believe the first sponsor versus sponsor bout tonight. Rude Chicks versus Wheels or Heels tonight at 9:45. Also, S1 Helmet Company. We make rad helmets and pads. Get rad. S1 Helmet Company.
Racer McChaser out there for the Detroit team. Working her way around the outside. Salvation hold it up there. Knocks her to the floor. Denver getting out front first, picking up a lead, Jammer.
That is number 44, Busick for Denver. She is your lead. And she's also on a power jam. One to beat at the front. Trying to make it by Tigo Hitties. She's by. And that should be 5.
And she knocked Laser Beam to the ground right there on the pivot line as she went, jam line as she went through.
That was Salvador with a huge hit for Denver. And back after it on her skates. Busick picking up another 5 points for the Mile High Club.
Getting right around the outside for another handful of points for the Denver team.
Detroit walled up in the back. Both teams pushing into turn 2, and it looks like Racer McChaser wearing the star for Detroit, but Busick by for another 5 points. Make it 4. We had an improper pass. Il Rev.
And we want to thank Sin City Skates. We help other shop owners choose their first and second pairs of skates.
All lined up on that Crazy Skates jam line.
Denver team doing an impressive job with the blocking.
Detroit Derby girls holding strong in turn 1, but now busting out DeZellum, number 36 for Denver. Wearing the star, she's your lead, Jammer. Meryl Slaughterberg out there for Detroit.
And Slaughterberg gets out around. She's not lead jammer, but she is through the pack now.
4 points for Denver. DeZellum calling off the jam. Dr. O'Reverend.
All right, thank you. Stitch Up stickers and dress. Custom helmet stickers, wifey water bottles, wacky socks, sassy ties, derby string dolls, and more.
Only one skater in the notorious RED penalty box as we get back to the action. Denver calling on Wilhelm. She's your lead jammer.
That's going to make it a lot harder for Off the Hook because she doesn't have much help to get her through the pack.
And Wilhelm going wide, moving down the straightaway. Excellent defense by Detroit. Chest to chest. Wilhelm picking up the 4 points and calling off the jam.
And thank you, Rolling Boutique, your one-stop shop for clothing, uniform, armbands, and oddities.
Nothing I like seeing better than blockers dancing on the jam line. That means they're out there having fun.
4 points for Detroit, 65 for Denver, 19:20 on the clock.
Fedesley's out there for Detroit looking for a hole.
And number 19, Adams, pushed back in turn one.
Fedesley's getting through the pack, picks up the lead jammer.
And that breaks the streak of lead jammers for Denver. Fedesley's pushing hard on that wall. Adams on one skate, she gets an improper pass, almost a cut. Good work by the officiating crew to catch that.
Down there, Geller on track. Feta was strapped all the way back to the straightaway.
4 more points for Denver as Adams makes her way through the pack. Denver all walled up at the back.
Feta trying to go around the outside. Gets up, and she's through. Putting another 4 points in the sky for Detroit.
And it looks like Quigley with a hit there. It's going to land her in the box. And Fedesley's picking up and cutting the track. She'll go to the box for 30 seconds. 5 points awarded to Denver as they start this power jam with Quigley. Make it 10 as she gets through again. Even up in the pack, 3-on-3.
Racing her, pushing her to the inside, dragging her back.
Good play by Barrett for Detroit to drag her back. Il Rev, what do you got?
888. It says on my press here, Action Sports Protective Gear, and I believe them.
Plenty of bodies in the notorious RED penalty box as we get ready for this next jam where 2-on-3 pack advantage favoring Detroit. This is a great time to run through our rosters. We have Denver Roller Dolls bringing their Mile High Club. It's Erkin Martin is 00, 129 is Salvador, 19 is Adams, 1911 is Lorch, 1982 is Quigley, 28 is Barrett, 352 is Moore, number 36 is DeZellum, 4038 is Williams, 44 is Busick, 49 is Beck, 52 is Dalgallo, number 99 is Akers, and IO is Willem.
And for Detroit, number 13 off the hook, 20 KN Kraken Whips, 247 Booty Livers, 28 Racer McChaser, number 303 Bruzy Sue, 31 Terrorettes, 33 Cookie Rumble, 38 Double D, Tigo Hitties, number 4 Meryl Slaughterberg, number 40 Murder City Mistress, number 428 Freakin' Reekin', number 45 Fedesley's, number 46 Fatal Femme, number 620 Laserbeam, number 66 Perisher, number 70 Lost and Found, number 8 Ghetto Barbie, number 999 USS Enterprise, and last but not least, M1 Turbulence.
Dirty Dan and the Reverend Mike on the call with me, HP Shovecraft. We're excited to be with you for 60 minutes of WFTDA action. As we enter day 3 of RollerCon, getting out first, 44, Busick grabs lead jammer for the Mile High Club.
Fettisley's back up out of the penalty box, back right into the fray.
Busick accelerating on the outside. She picks up all 5 points as she makes her way around the outside.
Fettisley trying to find a hole in that great Denver pack. One last defender she can get around her, and she does. I mean, she's now also eligible to score.
Busick trying to get through that Detroit wall. Akers doing a nice job of opening up space on the outside. And Busick picking up 4, calling off the jam. 3. Bill Reverend Mike.
Yeah, let's thank Trixie Be True. Brilliant bags and accessories inspired and magically handcrafted by skaters. Be you, be true.
And the whistle releases the jammers. Racer McChaser for Detroit.
And once again, number 36, DeZellum out there, but grabbing lead jammer is Detroit.
Racer looking over her shoulder, sees her feather right on her tail.
Pack speed increasing perceptibly. 4 on 4. Lots of bodies to navigate. DeZellum in the back.
And 4 points in the sky for Detroit.
Racer McChaser adding to the total. Detroit backwards bridging, bringing DeZellum in at the back of the pack. Trying to make her way out in turn 4. She does, and picks up 4 points. Il Rev.
USA Roller Sports. NGB for roller sports in U.S. under the Amateur Sports Act of 1978. We govern all competitive roller sports. Also, we'd like to thank WUBDA, real, strong, athletic, revolutionary.
Wilhelm explodes through on the inside for lead jammer Mile High Club.
Detroit defense trying to drag out that pack. Off the hook, able to get through over on turn 2. Fettisley's trying to keep Wilhelm back.
She picks up 4, calls off the jam. Denver breaking the century mark.
And we'd like to thank Wheels and Heels, the part 2 of the 1-2 of tonight's Rude Chicks versus Wheels or Heels bout tonight, 9:45. For all your derby apparel needs, check out Wheels or Heels. Booty shorts and t-shirts starting just at $10. Wheels or Heels, we are Sofa King Derby.
Little jammer on jammer action just as the whistle blows. Off the hook, it got shoved a little to the outside by the Denver Jammer. Denver Jammer getting through first, though, picks up lead jammer.
That's Adams with the star. She's opposing number Meryl Slaughterberg, number 4 for Detroit. Adams grinding it out in turn 2. She's by for 5 big points.
Slaughterberg now through the pack also.
Adams calling off the jam after picking up another 4. Il Reverend Mike.
And we want to thank Wiley Stitches, located in the East Vendor Village at E72. They do on-site personalization.
Back at it on the Crazy Skates jam line.
Pettis straight down the center as soon as the whistle blows. Picks up lead jammer.
And 44 Busick out of the pack now as well. Pack advantage favoring Detroit.
Pat exploiting every hole she could find in that line. Calls it off as she gets to the corner.
31 Terrorettes with a huge hit in turn 3, Il Rev.
Dottie Brand Accessories. Awesome sparkle, vinyl hit bags, skate leashes, change purses, jewelry, and more. Also, Endure Skatewear. Endure Skatewear, roller derby apparel. Train hard, skate hard, endure.
Everyone's lining up on the pivot line, I believe that thing's called. Racer out there for the Detroit team. Gets through first, picks up lead jammer.
Number 36, DeZellem with the star. She's got 2 to beat going into turn 3. And once again, Laser Beam with that tough defense. She's now on her initial pass.
Laser Beam uses every inch of her tiny frame to block up everybody that comes around her.
4 points to DeZellem as she made her way around turn 3.
Fast Girl Skates. It's all about you. Serving skaters of all shapes and sizes since 2007.
As we get this one started, we're going to roll out past the Sin City skate pivot line.
Wilhelm and off the hook out there for their respective teams. Wilhelm out there front first, picks up lead jammer. Off the hook, following her right out the back.
Pack seat picks up. Both teams decide to skate it out.
Both teams trying to get up to the front of the pack. Well, Denver trying to isolate one of their Detroit players. Goes down right in between 3 and 4 over here.
All right, and 5on5magazine.com. 5on5 Women's Flat Track Roller Derby Magazine. Check them out, 5on5mag.com. And check them out here in the vendors area here. They got a few issues out on the table, or a 3 or 4 issue package going on for a deal.
Dangerously close to the Sin City skate pivot line. Dangerously close.
I kind of like this pivot line stuff. It's kind of exciting. Racer trying to find a hole. Gets tripped up, drops down. Right back up into the frame.
And that is Adams for the Mile High Club. She takes a shot from USS Denterprise in turn 1. Back on her skates.
And she finds herself a hole around the inside. Picks up lead jammer for her efforts.
And that was Barrett with the last line of defense for Denver. Il Rev.
Yeah, thank you, Green Monster Roller Sports. When your skates grow up, they want to be antique skate boots.
$28 for Detroit, $119 for Denver, $7:49 remaining in the period. And getting out first is number 44, Busick for the Mile High Club. Pack advantage favoring Detroit.
And she gets right up into the pack. Gets around on the foot. There she goes. She is clear of the pack with 4 points in the sky for Busick.
And both jammers out as Meryl Slaughterberg picks up 4 points of her own.
And that means we're going to have a power jam for the Detroit team with Meryl Slaughterberg out there trying to see if she can find a hole in that defense, in that Denver wall.
And Barrett recycling there on Meryl Slaughterberg as she has to reset at the back of the pack.
Denver doing a great job of penalty killing right now, holding her up. And now we have ourselves a star pass to Racer.
Barrett keeping an eye on things there as the star pass is complete. We've got a new jammer following that panty pass, 428 wearing the star. It's Freakin' Rican for Detroit.
That's right, Freakin' Rican now has that star. Trying to find a hole, and there she goes. And a handful of points in the sky for the Detroit team.
Picking up all of them. We're back to 2 stars on the track. 4 points awarded to Busick as she made her way through in turn 3.
Another handful of points went in the sky for Detroit too.
Busick picking up 4 more. And it's still rev time.
Looks like an official challenge going out there. This official challenge is brought to you by Rydell Skates, handmade by expert craftsmen in the USA for over 65 years. And 187 Killer Pads, now with Derby-specific products. Experience a trusted choice of athletes worldwide.
And ladies and gentlemen, both teams coming from a ways away. Who is here to support the Detroit Derby girls for this one?
How about who's here to see our girls from Denver?
And there might be a Denver edge there. Potential Denver edge on the fan base. Day 3 of RollerCon. Rydell party last night.
Which was a great party. I hope you all went to it and saw how awesome I looked at least. The rest of you looked pretty incredible.
I guess I was expecting pants out of you, Dirty Dan, but either way, it was a good time had by all. I want to remind everyone to please keep those fire lanes clear. It is a safety issue. One of the things that can shut down RollerCon is clogging up the fire lanes, so please help us to stay out of them.
Hey, let's do some RollerCon public service announcements. If someone's hurrying and you don't want to be in the way, walk in the red and stand in the gray. This occurs in the hallways. The more you know. Mind your valuables, the things in your pockets, and yourself. This message brought to you by Skate Safe. Thanks, Skate Safe.
Those PSAs courtesy of Irreverend Mike.
Detroit starting out with 2 blockers in the box. Makes it a little easier for Giselle to get through. She does. Picks up. No, she did not get lead jammer though. So lead jammer is going to be going to off the hook for Detroit.
And Giselle already through 4-4.
Off the hook, knocked out on the straightaway. Has to jump back in. Try to work her way through that pack.
And off the hook, grinding it out as she picks up 4 points of her own for Detroit. We're down to 2-on-2 in the pack and a hit delivered there, sending off the hook into the middle of the track. Five points on the last pass for Giselle. Looking to add to it on that 2-wall. 1 to beat in turn 1. And off the hook, 4 points on the last pass. She's out there against that Denver wall. And she picks up a back block. She goes to the box for 30 seconds, which puts the Mile High Club on the power jam.
And since she had lead jam, that means we're going to go a full 2 minutes.
5 points awarded to DeZellem. Detroit with all 4 blockers on the track.
Racer pushing her out over on turn 4. Vetta trying to get a piece of her right over here on turn 1, right in front of us. DeZellem dragged back a little bit.
And that was Akers with a huge hit chest to chest.
Bringing the glitz and glamour back to roller derby, Armed Rose Derby Cultura. We'd also like to thank Adam Wheels, proud partner of Team USA, and Whooped Up, Adam Wheels.
I see Laserbeam out there on the line for the first time jamming in the day. And timeout just as they get up there to that Sin City Skates pivot line.
Great time to remind everyone to please only wear your skates on the track. Wearing your skates on the carpet, in the food court, or in the pool are all highly discouraged and may get RollerCon shut down. So please only wear your skates on the track.
And let's thank Crazy Skates. New DNA, design, name, assemble, custom Crazy Skates available in the Crazy Skates room.
I believe I see a jam dance going on back there at the back.
51 for Detroit, 159 for Denver, 3:04 on the first period clock. Little official powwow.
And let's thank Derby Love, Derby lifestyle apparel and goods since 2007. Live fast, skate faster, Derby Love.
Pack advantage favoring Detroit as we get this one started. And that's a back block for Wilhelm. She goes to the box, which creates a power jam. 6-2-0 wearing the star. That's a Laserbeam for Detroit.
Laserbeam using that little hole on the outside to get through on one skate. Pack stopping up to try and stop her. Fiercely, she tries to push through, but gets knocked to the inside, dragged back a little bit. Right back out to the outside, but she's able to jump right back in. There we go, 5 points in the sky for Detroit.
Laserbeam picking up those 5 and then calling off the jam. Il Rev.
New Dawn Sports and Wellness. Erica Jordan is a licensed athletic trainer offering sports taping and multiple sports therapies.
Fedeslee's out there on the line wanting to take advantage of this couple seconds left they're going to have with this power play.
And we're back to 2 jammers. Pushing hard, I believe that's Wilhelm in turn 1. Fedeslee's picking up a forearm.
That means it's going to be a power jam for Wilhelm as she gets through. Picking up lead jammer. Presley on her one skate as she had a hit, kept her feet underneath her.
All kinds of fancy skating on the track. Wilhelm through the outside. She picks up 5 points on her way past. Pack advantage favoring Denver.
Wilhelm right up against Racer. And USS Enterprise trying to keep her going. But she gets around. Nice little spin to get herself around, picking up 5 points as she does. Little jammer on jammer, just wiggle as they just walk past. Nice and slow as they come up into the pack.
Back to 2 stars, turn 3. The pack gets tight. Not a lot of space. Looks like we got a multiplayer block assigned. And that is Quigley in the box for Denver. Once again, a channel opens up on the inside for Wilhelm. Picking up another 5 points as she makes her way through the pack.
And Fetta's now through the pack also. Wilhelm looking for a hole. Keeps running into USS Enterprise and Racer. Racing her, knocking her back and dragging her to the straightaway.
Fettisley is defended by Beck. Driven out. And a forearm assigned there to Tiggo Hitties. 38 double D for Detroit, Earl Rev. It looks like we're at the half.
That's right, it's halftime. I'm tapping out.
The Gene regime playing later on today as well.
All right, we're into our second half. Fettisley's out there for Detroit, but Busick's out there for Denver. Gets out front first, picks up lead jammer.
And that's number 45, Fettisley, trying to find some space in turn 2 against that Denver wall. Busick back inside the pack, makes her way through with a little help for 5 points, Mile High Club.
Racer hitting the floor in between 3 and 4. It's right back up.
And she shoots through that 3 wall of Detroit defenders, picking up 5 points there. Akers playing defense in turn 2 on Fettisley's. Fettisley's on her initial pass.
USS Enterprise trying to get a hold of Busick. Busick calls it off right there at the corner.
Oozed of reverence.
Hey, don't forget to keep your bags out of the walkways and aisleways. It's a big shiny liability issue for RollerCon. Thank you very much. Also, Green Men's Roller Sports. Antique skate boots, because your skates suck.
Lining up once again on the Crazy Skates jam line.
Racer McChaser also out there on the jam line. Very tight packs. Racer trying to push through on her toe stops on the inside.
Erkin Martin
pushed to the outside. But finds a hole around the inside. Laser Beam tries to get a piece of her, but she gets through and picks up the lead jammer.
Racer McChaser finding some space as well. She's out on her initial pass as Erkin Martin recycled briefly back on the track. Gets through the front, she picks up 4.
Hellbent Helmets. Want a professional and completely custom paint job for your helmet? Hellbent can do it.
And getting back to it, we've got 27:20 on the clock as this jam gets started. Busting out the front is DeZellum, number 36, lead jammer for the Mile High Club.
Off the hook out there for Detroit, trying to get it. It's pushed to the inside. USS Enterprise and Mid City Mistress holding up the jammer at the back of the pack. DeZellum trying to get it through, but does and tiptoes her way through on that outside line for 5 points in the sky.
Off the hook, still held up there in turn 4. Akers, last line of defense, off the hook, out on her initial pass for Detroit.
DeZellum finding a hole, goes around it and calls it off.
Let's thank Enlight Wellness Systems. Reduce pain and inflammation with LED light therapy. Try a free 20-minute session today.
Perisher out there on the line for Detroit. Try her skills, see if she can make her way through this Denver team.
And once again, Wilhelm with the star. She's your lead jammer for Denver. As Perisher recycled, that's 1982 Quigley, bringing her to the back of the pack.
Meryl Slaughterberg tries to get a piece of her, but she does not. 5 points in the sky. This is going to be a power jam for Denver as Perisher heads off to the box.
Wilhelm trying to make her way through that last line of defense for Detroit. She moves left and right, pushing into turn 3. Finds an outside groove, takes it, picks up 5 points for Denver.
Williams comes in. Racer and Terrorette doing a little backwards block and now trying to get her hold her up, but she's through on the inside. Both teams back up to full strength. Williams knocked to the inside, dragged back by Racer.
Wilhelm takes another shot there from Racer McChaser, pushing her into the middle. Recycled to the back. She's got the outside edge pushed out, and Racer McChaser has her number on this jam.
And it's going to be another power jam for Denver. As Perisher heads back to the box there. Terrorette and Laserbeam trying to hold her up.
Hell's Gate. Hell's Gate is upcoming roller derby horror movie. Something wicked this way rolls.
.23:45 in this second period of play. We're going to line this one up on the Crazy Skates jam line.
Fatal Femme starting out facing that blocker. That way she can get a look at her. Tiggo Hitty's right there with her. They knock her to the inside, holding her up. Denver team trying to stay back a little bit.
Fatal Femme anchoring that wall for Detroit. Really good toe stop work out there for number 46.
A little back up from Feta Sleaze and Tiggo Hitty's. But she makes it through for the lead jammer.
Back up to 2 stars as Perisher has returned to the pack. She's got to get past that 3 wall of Mile High Club defenders in turn 2.
Couple Denver defenders headed off the notorious RED penalty box. Perisher knocked to the inside. Little jammer on jammer love right there. Over on turn 3. And she spins, but she makes it. Keeps her feet underneath her. Makes her way back around. Nicely done by Adams.
Freakin' Rican now wearing the star for Detroit. Looks like we had a panty pass. And that'll be a jam ill rev.
Juice Wheels, get juiced. And we all think Left Turn Clothing, where fashion meets function and awesomeness meets athleticism. Athletic wear for both women and men.
Notorious RED penalty box conspicuously empty as number 44 Busick finds some space in the middle for lead jammer Denver.
Slaughterberg and Laserbeam trying to hold up the jammer, but weren't able to. 5 points in the sky for them. Racer gives her a shove right on the inside. And that's why you keep skating all the way through. Pick up those points. Just because you heard the first whistle, don't stop till you heard the fourth.
That incredible Jammer Jammer is brought to you by Role Models Apparel. Naturally, try the most comfortable, stylish, and durable jerseys available in Derby.
Racer McChaser with great hustle on the last jam, and we're going to line it up right now on the Sin City Skates pivot line.
Wow, this takes me back to the beginning of roller derby when they do that. DeZellem out front first, picking up lead jammer.
Fettis Lee's out there for Detroit. Both jammers accelerating as they get back to the pack.
And we want to thank Monkey Lube LLC. Take the hassle out of cleaning and lubricating your bearings. Our 3-in-1 product will save you money and time.
Denver once again calling on DeZellem. Wilhelm to wear the star.
Off the hook, wearing the star for Detroit. Detroit blocked up at the front of the pack. Denver blocked up at the front and back of the pack.
Wilhelm finding a crease on the outside. She is defended by Fatal Femme, but grabs lead jammer for the Mile High Club.
Racer McChaser heads off to the notorious RD penalty box. Off the hook, up at the back of the pack, still trying to make her way through those Denver ladies.
Laser beam with some good defense there in turn 3. Wilhelm through for 5. And pushing through now off the hook for Detroit.
Off the hook, gets hit, keeps her feet underneath her, keeps moving.
And excellent defense, but off the hook is through. And that'll be the jam. Il Rev.
And we have Persephone's Treasures. Get your name and number in over 50 colors, including glitter rainbow.
This time we got Freakin' Rican starting out backwards for Detroit. Keeping an eye on that blocker. Feta knocked down over here on turn 1. Trying to find her hole.
Erkin Markin picking up that lead jam for Denver.
Feta trying to push through on her toe stops. At the back of the pack, Freakin' Rican holding up that jammer, along with Tego Hitties.
Excellent wall there for Detroit as they push Erkin Martin to her knees.
A lot of scrumming in the middle of the pack. Pack getting rougher and rougher as we get into this game.
And 5 points going to 0-0 for Denver on the last pass.
Pivot Star wants to ask a question. Where will Derby take you? Also Rydell's Gates, handmade by extra craftsmen in the USA for over 65 years.
One blocker in the notorious RED penalty box for Detroit.
Murder Sugar Mistress out there defending for Detroit. Tries to get a piece of her. Meryl Slaughterberg tries to drag her too. Oh, she gets through for Lee Jam. freaking out of the box now.
Adams back inside the pack, trying to make it past that 2-wall, and that is number 46, Fatal Femme, team captain for Detroit, playing that tough-nosed defense.
And with the horse racer around the outside, she calls it off.
And check out Dorothy's Derby Chronicle. The Rise of the Undead Redhead is the first book in the Dorothy's Derby Chronicle series. They are located in the vendor area.
I don't think I've seen this many pivot line starts in one game in a year.
.15:05 remaining in this one. 44 Busick wearing the star for the Mile High Club. And she is on her way to the box. Looks like a cutting of the track. 30 seconds. That means if you're a fan of the Detroit Derby Girls, it's time to make some noise.
That's right. You know how they do it in the Masonic. You see how well they play in the Masonic when you make some noise? So make some noise for them here, why don't you? Got the same kind of floor? Come on, let's go, ladies.
Off the hook, wearing the star for Detroit. She's got one to beat at the front. She's pushing left and right, trying to make her way through.
And with that, the releaser. And that's going to be a out-of-play penalty, which is exactly what Detroit needed right there, so they could get through.
Opportunity here for Off the Hook to put some points on the board. She's out there against that ferocious Denver 3-wall out the front, anchored by number 99, Akers.
Fettisleys and Turbulence doing a great job of pushing Busick out and dragging her back.
Off the hook, grinding it out, going into turn 2. She is defended by Moore as she tries to find some space in that tight wall.
That means that Detroit's going to be able to enjoy another power jam. Whistle after whistle being blown during this jam.
Denver forcing the cutting of the track. Only blockers allowed right now. It's a block party weekend.
But once one jammer hits the seat, the other one gets to get right back up, known as musical jammers.
And let's thank Derby Skins, dedicated to helping athletes look awesome while achieving their dreams. Visit them in Capri 108. Also, my favorite appetizer at happy hour.
The Detroit fans go nuts.
I know the Detroit fans, they are nuts. That's why I love them so much. All right, Racer with Chaser up at the front, trying to hold up number 36 here. But she's able to get through. Oh, with the equipment, Slaughterberg got to stop and restrap her knee pad real quick there. But did it really quickly and got right back up.
Nudged out on the straightaway, she will reset. Meanwhile, near the front, last line of defense, that's number 28 for Detroit. Racer McChaser once again in the thick of it for the Detroit Derby Girls.
Slaughterberg through the pack, looking over her shoulder.
Hello, and I am back with Derby Love. Derby lifestyle apparel and goods since 2007. Live fast, skate faster. Derby Love.
$11:16 remaining in this one. We've got Magic Mike later on today. Wilhelm changing directions, finds a lane on the outside. She's your lead jammer for Denver.
Denver's jammer, third pack, picking up another 5.
247 is Boo delivers, playing some defense out there for Detroit.
Detroit blocker's gonna have the work cut out for him on this power jam.
That 4-wall for Detroit looking formidable in turn 4.
Tigo Hitties right there on the corner. As she gets caught for a cut. Which means we'll play musical jammers with Laserbeam getting back out there. We'll have a full 2-minute jam now.
And this is an opportunity for Detroit to put some points on the board with their lone star on the track.
Boo delivers, trying to make a hole for her as she grabs a hold of her belt.
Laserbeam doing a great job of keeping her balance as she continues to work against that mile-high defense. Dow Gallo in turn 2, putting a beating on, but getting through. 6-2-0 Laserbeam just grounded out.
Another power jam for Detroit. Oh, just as it goes to the 2 minutes.
You got a Derby Crush. We got the perfect apparel and accessories to show it. Derby Crush and Derby Laces.
All right, Detroit's going to start this one on a power jam. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're a fan of the Detroit Derby Girls, it's time to make some noise!
Feta pushing straight through the middle to pick up lead Jamerson with no opposition. Detroit line waiting for a minute so that way they can try to make a hole for her. Feta pushed to the outside. Fatal Femme looking back, looking straight at the opposing blockers.
Feta Sleeves working hard to try to break the pack. Denver not having it in turn 2. She's recycled.
Oh, Feta's headed off to the box now, so she will not be able to call it. So we're going to have another full 2-minute jam. Detroit's defenders are going to have their work cut out for them.
Meryl Slaughterberg wearing the star earlier, playing defense right now on Wilhelm.
Team captain Fatal Femme headed off to that notorious RD penalty box on a multiplayer block call.
Detroit down to 3. 4-on-3, pack advantage favoring Denver. Denver sweeping hard to try to make some space for Wilhelm in turn 4. Last line of defense is number 31, Terretz. And getting through for 5 points is Wilhelm.
Parachute waiting for her to come in. Gives her a little shove. Terretz trying to give her some booty blocking. Backed up by Meryl Slaughterberg. Slaughterberg doing a great job for her size, holding her up.
Wilhelm picking up 4 points on the pass. And Detroit back up to full strength in the blocker rotation. Dr. Ill Reverend Mike.
Yes, your skates are valuable, so protect them with Derby Dixon toe guards. Custom orders welcome.
And we super appreciate all of the bandaging going on right now on the Sin City Skates pivot line.
Booty Livers trying to make a hole for Racer. And it works. Racer gets through first, picks up lead jammer.
Racer McChaser playing great on O and D today on this one. And she's out there against number 19. That's Adams for Denver.
Adams knocked out on the floor in between 3 and 4. Takes her a minute to get back up as Racer makes her way through for 4 points for Detroit.
Turbulence with that big Detroit hit in turn 4, forcing the recycle of Adams.
Freakin' Rican and Murder City Mistress trying to joining up forces to hold up the blockers. This is Murder City's Mistress' first game back since her injury.
Battle going on in turn 1 as both teams recycling hard. Adams pushing through, 1 to beat.
You gotta love these rough packs and just bumping and grumping all the way through.
And 3 points awarded. We had an improper pass. Ill Reverend Mike.
Yeah, get paid to skate. Become a pivot partner and lead fitness skating classes in your town. Derby Light.
Down to 4:32, and we're excited to be back on that Crazy Skates jam lines. The best jam line at RollerCon.
And a whistle releases the jammers. Feta and Fatal Femme, along with Meryl Stroudenberg at the front, trying to hold her up. Busix gets through, picks up lead jam. Off the hook, still trying to get through those Denver ladies. Oh, but she will be sent off to the box.
Meryl Slaughterberg playing defense there in turn 1. She loses her skates, but does a great job of trying to make Denver work.
Booty Livers out of the box, meets up with her fellow skaters at the front of the pack so they can work on a wall.
Boo delivers with the defense right now, right in the thick of it with Busick.
Oh, Boo Livers pushed to the inside.
And Feta Sleeves out there as well. She's wore the star multiple times. Right now, she's in that power jam killing mode.
Detroit walling up right there on turn 4, making it a little harder for that jammer to get through. Doing everything they can to hold her up.
Boo delivers with a series of ferocious hits. And now 45, Feta Sleeves with a shot. She'll go to the box for 30 seconds.
Almost an apex jump, but it wasn't. And she calls it off after she gets through that pack.
This blowout brought to you by steroids. Steroids give you a chemical edge over physical impossibilities.
And a penny throw it out on the track. One of those things I like to say once in a while.
4 on 3 on the pack as we almost got that one started.
And with less than 2 minutes left on the clock, one of the things I'm lucky enough to know about all these Detroit girls is quite a few of the Detroit girls are captains of their home teams when they get back. We have 5 home teams in Detroit there, 3 of the travel teams.
That's a lot of teams.
It is. It means a lot of fun.
Slow go going in turn 1. We've got 4-2-8 wearing the star. That's freaking Rican for Detroit.
USS Denver trying to make a hole for Freakin' Rican. Denver getting through first, though. Rican knocked out on turn 2. Real big hit by number 99, Akers, for Denver.
Lead jammer went to Erkin Martin, 0-0 for the Mile High Club.
Racer and Laser Beam teaming up at the front of the pack, trying to hold up that last jammer, but she gets her.
And Freakin' Rican continuing to work hard. She's going to be recycled there.
Detroit walling up at that pivot line. Trying to get a little shove on Laser Beam, but she's a little too stable, and she was able to hold her feet under.
5 points for Erkin Markin. The Denver defense swarming as they continue to work in turn 1 on Freakin' Rican. And that's 5 more points. Denver begins back bridging to bring Freakin' Rican at the tail end of the pack.
Both teams almost had a total stop over there on turn 3.
And that was Racer McChaser with the defensive slowdown on Erkin Martin. And it looks like that might be the game, Il Rev.
Excellent job. I know I killed it on sponsors.
Ladies and gentlemen, you know Derby tradition. Get out there to the edge of the track and give these girls some love as they come through. Little skin on skin.